Boys, girls, all my troubles out there, welcome back to Other Robert. This is Joe, and this is Gotham, Season 3, Episode 6. Once again, we did not see Poison Ivy. A character I was looking forward to seeing really get to go here. And we've only seen her, twice this season in her new form. I don't know, that was just a gripe that I had with the episode because I've been wanting to see Poison Ivy just because I think the character is great. It has a lot of potential. And like I said, I think Penguin stole the show in Season 1. I think Riddler stole the show in Season 2. I'm looking for that villain that steals the show in Season 3. And although the Mad Hatter is doing great, I don't think he's at that level yet. So I think Poison Ivy could be a possible contender. But speaking of possible villains, I'm calling it right now. Michael Chiklis. I think he's going to be Solomon Grundy. This is quite quite a claim, but I mean, he seems to be he's strong. We know from the blood, and we saw what he did to the chair. He's got the look. I see him being Solomon Grundy. It's just an early prediction, but we'll see where that goes. But let's just get into the rest of the episode. That's just a couple points I wanted to throw out there. But this episode really saw Mad Hatter continue to play mind games with Gordon. And they escalated at the tea party. And, this was just all out Alice in Wonderland. We've seen the Alice references, and we've seen Tweedledee, Tweedledum. Now we had a White Rabbit, sort of, and Mad Hatter's rhyming more. I don't even know if that was in previous episodes, but I really picked up on it here, was the rhyming, and small nods, like, we don't have time. He said something to that effect of, we're short on time, stuff like that. So, really just living the gimmick. And I'm still kind of curious if this is still Hugo Strange's doing. I know he's saying that him and his sister have this whole background, but I kind of think that Hugo Strange did that to them and gave them that background, made them think that they had that background. I don't know. I could be completely wrong in speculating here. We might not even ever find out if that's the case. That's just how I was looking at it. But Mad Hatter, I think, is a great villain so far. He seems intimidating, right? He seems like a master manipulator and someone, a force to be reckoned with, more of an intellectual villain. And I love him, and how he has power over other people, and how Gordon isn't affected by it, and it's interesting, and I can't wait to see it go more, and hopefully this isn't just another episode or two. I really want him to be around kind of for the long haul here. I think he has potential to be a great villain. Maybe even disappear for a while and come back. He's really got potential to be kind of a mainstay. There's him. Then there was Penguin and Riddler, and Penguin wanting to express his love for the Riddler. And I really enjoy this story. I love that in Season 2 and Season 3, not so much Season 1, but in the past couple seasons, they kind of tried to redeem Penguin. And I'm not going to say they tried to redeem him this season or even this episode, because he told the kid to push the other kids downstairs. That's not a redeeming quality. But the show makes you sympathize for Penguin, and him wanting to tell Riddler that he's in love with Riddler. You feel bad for him because he can't get it out. He can't tell him. Plus, you see other people around him right now being just worse characters, so he looks better by comparison. So they're doing this again this season. Last season they had it with his father and everything. They, same kind of story there, and not story, but same kind of emotion, feeling. Tone, but he's just they're doing it again, and I like that. I think Penguin pulls it off so well. I think he's great at playing kind of that gray area that we've been kind of seeing with the Penguin, give and take, like I said, with season 2, season 3, can kind of verge on not being that bad of a guy, but then next episode he'll just turn. So I think he did well here, and I'm interested to see how long that kind of keeps going on, if he goes back straight to being a villain, or not saying that he's not a villain right now, just, it's kind of, you sympathize for him. So I want to see how much longer that goes. And Riddler, a Miss Kringle 2.0, so where's that going to go with Riddler? I mean, I'm assuming Riddler's going to go for Miss Kringle 2.0, which means he will probably turn down Penguin, and that probably won't be too good, and that might be what makes Penguin snap. But then Riddler could also probably be manipulating Penguin. I mean, we saw that a little bit last week with Butch, and it was made to look like that he was joking to Butch, and that, not joking, but manipulating Butch, that he's not really manipulating Penguin, that he's not really going to turn on him. But I don't know. I think there's some gray there, as well as jumping back to the Gordon side, there was some gray when he said Lee. Did he know that Mad Hatter was going to turn it around and get Vale? That's what I had thought right away. That was kind of the impression that I got. But, it looked pretty gray. So, I mean, we have some gray areas here, and it makes for an interesting couple storylines. And I can't wait to see next week's episode. This episode was pretty good, although not much happened in terms of story. We got a nice contained little story. It was just these simple stories. I think it was a nice, simple little contained story, just really seeing Gordon get tortured and Penguin kind of make us sympathize for him. I think they work well when they're executed well. It comes off entertaining or intriguing. I can't wait to see where it goes. So that's where I'm going to end it for this week's review of Gotham. Let me know what you guys thought about this week's episode. Subscribe because it takes around that much effort to do so. And let's discuss everything down below. Until next time, you have been traumatized.